What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. And I am black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. So, Halloween must be here early, folks, because I keep seeing this monster on my timeline and it's scaring the hell out of me, right? And what I'm talking about is this creature named Laura Loomer and her comments about the Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. So let me start off at the beginning here, okay? Um, I'm not a fan of Jasmine Crockett. All right, I know there's a lot of people out there who are probably fans of hers because she's a younger black woman. She's not really young; she's a little bit younger than I am, but she's younger, right? And she's in Congress, and she quote unquote speaks her mind about a lot of things. And I'm not her biggest fan. One of the reasons why is because the main reason why is because she gives her allegiance to the Democratic Party and the DNC. And no matter what you can say about her being quote unquote outspoken, she's not that outspoken. She is still part of their establishment. All right. And in saying that, that means she is still one of their tools. And she's still going to push the line for their policies. When I say their policies, I mean their anti-black policies. Okay, because I remember she was coming out real strong for immigrants and immigration, even if those policies were a detriment to the black community, right? So I have to be you have to be real careful about these black people that are selected by these political parties and these think tanks. All right. Just because she sounds down home or she's outspoken or she wears wigs or, for some of you guys that find her attractive, just because she's a chocolate sister that you find attractive does not mean that she is someone that you need to go and agree with. All right. So I'm just putting that out there. All right. I don't hate the woman, but I can't support somebody who is on that side because I know that party and that mentality is not on my side. Okay. That being said, uh, I can't really support Jasmine Crockett being attacked by this monster here, whatever this thing is. This thing that looks like it came out of a slasher movie from the '80s. This Laura Loomer. I don't even know. I didn't even know who Laura Loomer was. Like, who is that? Like, I had to do my research and find out that I guess she's run for Congress and she has lost. So that already shows me the problem that she has with Jasmine Crockett. The fact that Jasmine Crockett was selected by the liberal Democrats out there and they got her elected, but Laura Loomer has been out here pushing a lot of bigotry and MAGA mutant buffoonery, trying to get elected in these Republican enclaves, and she couldn't make it to the big dance. Right? She can't get elected, but I think she's been selected by Trump to be like an intern or an activist or something like that. Which, let's just keep it a buck. Trump likes hoes like that. Trump likes these hoes who got these messed up Botox faces and that'll put out for him. So that's probably how she got that job, right? So, this critter here, she has decided to attack Jasmine Crockett, and this is probably another way for her to try to get attention so she can win an election, right? Just like Goofy Gomez and who's the other bigger bust now, Lauren Bobart. You know, at least Bobart looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Laura Loomer looks like I can't even say what. Like, she's scary looking. Like this. That's why I said this Halloween has come early. This is a scary looking individual, and she hasn't always looked like this. Like, this is like plastic surgery. Like, I looked up pictures, like her older pictures. She still wasn't attractive, but at least she looked like a normal, like something that came from Earth. Like, now she looks like something from a alien movie or a monster movie or whatever. Like what kind of, like, she looks like that the nun from those, I think, the Conjuring movie franchise. That's what she looks like. She looks like that scary nun from those movies. Like, I'm scared, like, if she opens her mouth, she's gonna have fangs or something like that and try to take a bite out of me. Like, I would never want to see her on a dark street. I would never want to see her in front of my house, or like her face looks like one of those masks that were used in that movie, The Strangers. Like, she looks like if she showed up to your front door at nighttime, I would think like, yeah, I'm dealing with the strangers here. These are people who are, she has her and a group of people out there trying to kill me and my family, right? So that's, she's scary looking. And I've seen women that look like her before. Like, they feel like plastic. They look like plastic and they feel that way. Because I used to work in like the like TV production, web production, and independent film production when I lived in South Beach in Miami. And I would meet a lot of women like this. It was usually like guys who worked in production, like their wives looked like this. A lot of the older guys. And I remember this one lady, like, she was a very nice lady, but she always wanted to give people like a hug and a kiss on the cheek or whatever every time she met somebody. And this lady had a hard plastic face and hard plastic fake boobs. And like when she hugged you, it was like, damn, I'm like being pressed up against like a pillar or a wall or marble or something like that. She doesn't feel human anymore. And that's what what's her name, Laura Loomer, looks like. She has become a stone-faced creature. And once again, why I don't support Jasmine Crockett, while I'm not a fan of hers, uh, this creature attacking her, I can't support that either, especially just the fact that she's a bigot. Now, what she said about Jasmine Crockett was, her quote is on social media, "It hurts my heart that we have a ghetto black bitch as who hates America is serving in Congress." That's what she said. And then, her response to people criticizing her for calling Jasmine Crockett that, she said, you know, Jasmine Crockett's homeboys and homegirls are big mad that I called her what she is, ghetto. And then she starts talking in quote unquote black speech to try to make fun of black people by saying, "I guess I finna watch my back. God forbid Shaniqua pops a cap in my ass. You feels me?" So that's what she said on social media, right? Just trying to be funny. The typical trolling, bigot, bust down, MAGA mutant behavior on social media. Like, they all take their marching orders from the Tangerine. They all learned how to be crass, and he has made it great to be an asshole again, like I've said before. So that's how they act on social media and in public, and that's their quote unquote professional behavior, being an asshole to everyone and getting, power, getting jobs, and getting elected for being that. But once again, she, all that trash she talked about Jasmine Crockett, at least Jasmine Crockett still looks like a human being, with all the, even with all the crazy wigs, the little dime store wigs that Jasmine Crockett wears. At least I've seen that before. Like, that's not something that's completely out of the ordinary. Uh, this critter, or this thing that could be like a Freddy Krueger like nightmare, I don't want to see that. Okay, that's not natural. It's not natural for you to look like that. It's not natural for you to look like a early PlayStation 1 character. Like, your face still looks like the polygons where it's all cubed and cut off and whatnot. You're not supposed to be looking like one of the characters from GoldenEye, like when those old polygons where they had to, stretch the face on the polygon body. You're not supposed to actually look like that in real life, and that's what she looks like. Okay, big old bobblehead, scary ass face. She wears wigs too. For all the nonsense she could say about Jasmine Crockett, this chicken head wears wigs too. So it's like, you know, it puts black people in a hard space because, well, she has a hard face, but I said a hard space. It puts black people in a hard space because we don't want to support any black person with intelligence doesn't want to support Jasmine Crockett, but we don't want to support this feces eating creature either, right? So that it's weird. I'm in a weird spot here because I don't want to. I'm not a Jasmine Crockett fan, but if I'm dealing with black women, at least I know what a black woman is. I don't want to deal with whatever this entity is from the worst nightmares Cthulhu mythos talking trash about black women or black people, right? So you folks can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I would love to hear your opinions on this story. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on a devil's back.